Remember in 2019 when Ofsted introduced deep dives and overnight our workload went through the roof as teachers? Because not only did you have to be a teacher and face all the challenges within a broken, underfunded education system, now you had, for no extra money but so much more time, had to be a leader in a subject that most of us didn't study past GCSE. You then need to know that subject inside out, how it's being taught across the whole school, across the whole year, have reams upon reams of evidence to show the progression of that subject across the whole school, across the whole year, and you're expected to do that, within your working hours? Just on the off chance that during an inspection, that subject was picked as a deep dive and you then had it scrutinised by an inspector and had to prove yourself, even though that inspector might give you the benefit of the doubt or might come in with an agenda and just mean that all of that work you put in means nothing because they've already made their minds up. And get this, without any sense of irony, Ofsted then have the audacity during inspections to actually ask teachers how their wellbeing is. Like they're not the reason workload's gone through the roof exponentially because of all these deep dives. And since 2019, the one thing that stood out to everyone within education is how this deep dive nonsense really penalises small schools, where staff will have to lead multiple subjects across the whole school, meaning their workload doubled, tripled, quadrupled. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to show that negative impact on small schools this inspection framework was having. Don't worry guys, because it's only taken Ofsted 6 years for them to realise that. At least they've got there. They've been slow, but they've got there. And in the article, it then goes on to say that the smallest primary schools in England were 5 times more likely to be rated inadequate. I wonder why. But listen, don't worry, they're going to make it all better, because now they're stopping deep dives altogether as part of their reforms, which aren't any real reforms. It's just more of the same from these charlatans. But if you want more on that and my feelings towards these reforms, go and watch my video from yesterday. And I'm sure every teacher's absolutely buzzing with this news, because that means that the past 6 years of your hard work, the amount of staff meetings you've had to sit through, the amount of insets you've had to endure, the amount of mock deep dives in your subject and subject scrutinies and endless paperwork and admin and folders, all to just hit this deep dive nonsense. Complete waste of time now because they're changing the goalposts again. You know, if you look at the statistics for the past 2 years, over 40,000 teachers have left the profession, which I would estimate since 2019 has meant probably around about 150,000 teachers have left the profession, citing workload as the main reason. But I'm sure Ofsted won't ever think that they play a part in that, will they? Because obviously nothing is ever their fault. And I want to make it clear that I do not think deep dives were the right thing in the first place, and I don't think what Ofsted have announced now is going to be a step in the right direction. The conclusion I've come to is that Ofsted desperately needs real reform, but it should not be trusted or allowed to reform itself, because all that keeps happening is we go in the same circle where the goalposts get shifted, workload then goes through the roof, the high stakes nature, the pressure, the scrutiny continues to run rampant, forcing thousands upon thousands of great, wonderful, amazing, hardworking teachers to burn out and leave. Honestly, the only thing Ofsted should be doing is deep diving into a bin.